Good afternoon, Bears. How are you today? Chef Joe coming from the ECC kitchen today. Very exciting day. We're going to do not only a really great recipe, but I have an amazing counterpart today. You guys know him as Dr. Joe Oravecz, VP of Student Affairs on campus. He's my guest. I'm very excited. Dr. Joe, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Ready to do some awesome, healthy cooking here, Joe. And I just realized this is kind of Cooking with a Joe show. This is pretty awesome. I appreciate being invited for this. So excited to see you and have our viewers in the great Bridgewater State University Bearland. So let's get some cooking going.
Yes, it's a very good recipe today. Nice summer field Chinese chicken salad, where not only it has a lot of color to the dish that you would normally feel in a traditional summer salad, but you don't have to go outside for this particular meal. It's been very hot, Bears, and I know that everybody's been trying to stay in the AC. So we have a meal that you don't have to go outside and grill your chicken. You can actually do it inside here for yourself. So let's get started. First, we're going to make the ginger dressing here. We're going to get all of our ingredients in the bowl, and we're going to show you how to mix the dressing kind of in a emulsification type piece. All right, so first ingredient here is soy sauce. We're going to add into our bowl. Second ingredient is the rice wine vinegar.
Rice wine vinegar. Okay. Where do we get this stuff, Joe?
You can get any of this stuff right from your local store, whether it be Roche Brothers, Shaw's, anything in Market Basket. The great thing about all these is that you don't have to go to a specialty market for any of these ingredients.
Okay. Is it expensive stuff or not?
Fresh ginger, not expensive things. Fresh ginger is really cheap, but it does also give you the opportunity, now that you bring it up, about if you're living on campus and you don't have really room to keep perishable items, like, hey, I'm going to make ginger to make this dressing, but I'm never going to use it again.
Yeah.
Well, then you can substitute some things like, dried spices, dried ginger, a garlic powder that you can use in these instead. So things that you'll always have on hand, you can use it for multiple dishes. I mean, you've always got to have soy sauce on hand, right? If they deliver sushi to your room, they don't bring the soy, there's going to be a problem.
Oh, we'll have the little packets. You're going to have to rip a lot of packets for this.
A lot of packets. Next ingredient, we'll put some sugar in there to keep it nice and sweet.
Okay. Not too much.
We've got some fresh chopped garlic.
Chopped garlic. So what if you don't have the garlic to keep the vampires away? What else can you use?
That's when I hope that you have at least garlic powder at home or garlic salt.
Okay.
Some people like to buy the dehydrated garlic. You can actually buy it like garlic flakes that are kind of like chopped, and you kind of put it in a little bit of water and it'll rehydrate itself. That's a good way to have something that's non-perishable.
All right.
We got some black pepper.
Black pepper, we definitely have that. All right, let's go.
And then we'll start mixing these ingredients up.
All right.
All right, and then the two things that we're going to end up adding at the end are the oils, because you could use, if you have a hand blender at home, like an immersion blender, a power blender, it'll make this dressing a little bit creamier, and it'll blend all the ingredients, which is really great. You can also do it like we're doing with a whip at home, and the only difference is that you'll see is the oil does separate a little bit. We'll try to add it real slow in to incorporate, but sometimes it'll separate, and that's okay, because we can mix it right back up before we put it on the salad.
Okay.
All right, so we'll take the sesame oil first, and we'll just slowly drizzle.
I just broke it. That's all right. We're good. We're all good. The casualties of cooking. I didn't hurt myself, though.
You never know what's going to happen. And this might happen at home, and if it does, hey, don't ever take the chance and try to make yourself some broken glass meal. Don't be afraid to restart your dress. But don't worry, I've got enough for the both of us.
Yeah, we're good. All right, excellent.
And we've got some canola oil here that we'll just kind of drizzle nicely in here. And you'll see it'll start to thicken up the dressing. It'll change the color of it, too.
Yeah, look at that. You took longer than I did. Is that going to make a difference?
Yeah, a little bit of a slower drizzle will help incorporate that oil just a little bit.
Is it? Oh, all right. That's good to know.
Slow drizzle. Beautiful. We got that dressing. We're going to get ready to get our chicken marinated. So we'll put this dressing off to the side for now.
Okay.
And then we'll grab our chicken. And, you always want to make sure you get your pan hot first. Get it up to about medium high. So
So
you
that
can get
medium
oil
high is
hot.
about 350. Is that
About 350, yeah.
okay?
Depending on what kind of stove you have gas or anything like that. Be a little bit different. But with this chicken marinade, very simple.
So Joe, I put the chicken in the marinade, right?
No,
Oh,
that's the
that's
dressing you
dressing.
got there,
Whoops.
so we're gonna keep that off to the side. But then we'll start making this marinade real quick, and it's the marinade you kind of really want. I mean, if you had got 30 minutes or more for it to sit, get that flavor in there, it'll be really great.
Right.
But
Okay.
if not, then you can still quickly make it like we're going to do, and you'll have flavor. But if you got some time, maybe make it in the morning, maybe before you go to class or go to work, whatever you might be doing. Perfect. So in the meantime, I'll get a little bit of oil in the pan, so that when we get this right in here, it'll sizzle up really nice. 3 simple ingredients, though, Dr. Joe. We're going to put in soy sauce.
Soy sauce. Hold on.
A little bit of sesame oil.
Sesame oil.
And bang, bada boom, a little bit of white pepper.
What's the difference as far as the flavor of the fresh ground pepper and the white pepper?
They're, I don't want to say that they're similar, but they are. Obviously, the color is one thing. You can hide white pepper in anything a lot easier, but black pepper is a lot more pungent than I think. I mean, white pepper is a little bit more subtle, and it has a little bit different of a taste. Different dishes require different things. A lot of things that are in this geared of ethnic cooking use white pepper instead.
All right.
Goes with the
Who
flavor.
knew?
Yeah. So we will take this hot pan and we will add some nice chicken that is ready to go into it. So it's right there. You get
mine made the same sound as yours did. That's
we
good.
got sizzle. It is a hot night at the Sizzler.
Woo-hoo. Smells great.
Awesome. So that is going there, and that is going very well.
Do I keep stirring it, or do I kind of leave it there?
Yeah, we're gonna let it go. We'll let it start to brown up on one side, and probably in the meantime, we can actually start assembling our salad.
Oh, great. Okay.
So the great part about this spinach salad is that it's a little bit heartier. So, some salad greens aren't really meant for heat. And spinach can, do a little bit of wilting and handle some heat. So
Really, really healthy. So this is looking fantastic so far.
not only is it a great green, but it'll hold up a little bit well. So if you're having a hot protein, it's better. It'll hold up a little bit better, but if it doesn't, it's okay, because spinach can take heat too, because you can have cooked spinach. Like, you would never have cooked field greens. No, you would never have cooked romaine. No, but you can cook spinach. So it has the ability to play around.
Excellent.
Right?
I can just pick up the fresh spinach anywhere, clearly, right?
Any store.
Okay. Or farmers markets. We want to keep it local.
And if we can, that'd be great.
That's right. Okay.
Right now. So next ingredient we're going to add into the spinach is the red cabbage.
Red cabbage.
And red peppers.
Red peppers.
You can already see that the color there.
Yeah, look at the colors. Love the colors.
It's great. We'll add some carrot in because we're getting some really strong colors.
Great.
Next thing is going to be edamame.
Edamame. It took me a while to learn how to actually pronounce it when I just saw it for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're going to grab some oranges.
Oranges. Now, what kind of, are these like mandarin, or does it matter?
So these are your typical navels here, but I mean, especially if you had some kids or you like mandarins better, you can always add mandarin. I mean, it's always a great thing to add in. They're a little bit small, a little bit more tender, so.
Now you're copying me. You saw me going for the spatula, and you're like, oh, I better do that too.
Yeah, that's the great thing of what we got here. All right.
To learn here. You're a great teacher.
And then the last piece that we're going to add into the salad is the scallions.
I love scallions.
All right.
Okay.
I'll just mix this chicken. My chicken's almost done. How about yours?
Yep. It looks like it's almost done. Oh, this is great. This is really fast.
It's very fast because what we did is we made sure that it was a cut. a smaller cut. So we got about a ½ inch cut. So not only does it take the marinade in really fast, but it becomes a very fast cook. Now, if you wanted to grill it at home, you wanted to go outside in the heat right now, go ahead. You could do a whole chicken breast and marinate that. And then, whether you want to grill it or you could even roast it too. Regardless, you'll get some very good color on it. So what I think we should do is we got this bigger bowl salad. I want to kind of demonstrate what a small salad would look like. So an individual one so that we have something after we get this all put together.
All right, excellent.
I'm going to lightly mix the salad in a bowl. Just to kind of get all the ingredients moved around.
Yep.
And then take some of that and we'll start building our own salad.
So
and therefore, you can be the one that takes all the oranges before it gets to anybody else. What's that?
Oh, yes. Do you build a pyramid or anything like that? Kind of. I don't have that.
You can build whatever you love your salad. Like for me, I'm going to take 4 of the oranges and I'm going to put them in 4 corners.
Oh yeah.
So I have my 4 orange corner salad.
Okay, good.
For me, I really like the red peppers and the edamame, so I really want to make sure I get a bunch of those.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. Great idea. All right, great.
Hey, look at my salad.
Yeah. All right, so I'm trying.
Looks good. All right. Chicken shoot done.
Yeah.
I definitely know it is, but you can always make sure that you temp your chicken to a cool 165 degrees.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep, mine looks good. Yep.
Color on that is perfect.
So.
Yeah, that looks great.
All right, good.
So as much as you want to put on it, a little chicken right on top.
Look at that. Oh, this looks cool. It smells awesome.
Oh, that very simple marinade.
Yeah, it is. It's light. It's not heavy. But this is great, Joe. Did I say that it's great?
Maybe. So here's our salad. I'm going to take a bite because I am hungry now.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Cheers to you, my friend.
All right, here. To you too.
So,
yeah.
Now, why don't we take a little bit of the dressing and try it now? Think about how good that tasted, just with the chicken and the spinach. Now, if we put a little bit of dressing on it.
Oh, yes. All right.
I mean, I know that your dressing might be slightly compromised, but.
So we just need the spatula. Do you have the spatula? I'm going to use this. Oh, no. Yeah.
Now you can really get the flavor with that dressing and with the greens and the chicken.
Oh, completely. Yeah, I love the spinach with that too, Joe.
Really a perfect.
All the different flavors with that.
It is absolutely delicious. You really get that ginger and the garlic jumping out at you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the type of person that likes a little bit of heat, you could always throw a little bit of sriracha in the dressing too.
Oh yeah. Excellent.
Go big time.
Very, very good.
You know, and these are just one of the cool things that, that we've been excited. Obviously we've had some time off, unfortunately, hanging here at BSU and really going through a lot of the recipes that we have and obviously looking at a different way of service of the way we're going forward, between physical distancing and all the pieces that we really need to do going forward. This will be a salad that you see in especially the retail dining halls, the Crimsons, the Bears Den, where you can grab this type of salad and it'll be part of the Simply to Go program. So, I mean, obviously, things will change. The way we run our salad bars, are not going to be the same. But these type of great salads that you can come up and get on your way to class or on your way home from dinner or whatever it may be are going to be all part of the program now. So that's one of the really cool things that we're doing. Obviously, the biggest thing is that, for us is safety. And just like you, Joe, too, is safety around campus. And, we've decided to build an entire clean team where, They are people that you will see in red polos around campus, dressed up, going to tables, making sure that they are clean. One of the big pieces that we're going to do is make sure there's pretty much a stop and go system where you get a red card and you're at the table, and when you leave, that red card's on the table. It tells anybody that's going to come up to it, stop, hey, don't come to this table. It hasn't been sanitized yet. And
so it's kind of a marker that you're putting it down. That, all right, wow, that's great.
So our crew will know, hey, our cleaning crew knows, okay, I got to get to this table. I need to get this table sanitized, the chair sanitized, so that the next couple students can come in here and sit down.
Fantastic. And the cleaning schedule is a regular kind of, how does the student know that, oh, everything's been cleaned and it's as clean as possible?
So they will see the clean team going through everywhere, the entire point of service time. And one of the biggest improvements, or enhancements, I should say, that we're going to add to it is it's kind of one of those touch and go. I mean, that safety is paramount, so you got to have a little bit of give and take. But we're going to close down each dining hall for certain times for 1 hour to make sure that we extra sanitize all the touch points and every part of our, not only servery, but places where everybody sits down. We need to make sure that things are clean, things are sanitized, and that we're doing our part in our commitment to make sure everybody's safe.
All right, and that's definitely the priority that we have. The other things, there's been some facility upgrades. Being here in Crimson, we don't have the booths anymore where we kind of just fall through them. They look amazing. They're kind of that bright, our crimson red booths that we've got going. This is fantastic.
Yes, BSU Red, Bear Red, as I like to call it around here. Really cool new booths that we were able to get ahead of time, and then not everybody got to come back, obviously. So we didn't get to experience the booths, but we can't wait for the Bears to come back, sit in the booths, and have a great time, in what capacity that we can in the dining halls. So we're excited for that. And there's a lot of cool new food pieces that I don't know if you're aware of yet. Plant-based station that you saw at Tilly last semester.
Yeah.
Has expanded now to basically almost every dining hall within capacity. So ECC is going to have a dedicated station to plant-based meals, and also the other dining halls will have upgrades in the retail outlets, the Crimson, the Bears. Then we can come by and get a plant-based burger, or you can go over to Crimson and get a plant-based pizza of your own toppings and whatnot. So.
Oh, wow. So we're just literally catering to all needs or appetites to whatever a student kind of really wants to have or needs to have as well, right?
Yeah. Obviously we know so many people have dietary restrictions, and we want to be able to make sure that, one, they always see something front-facing that they can have. Two, always know that they can always ask our managers and our chefs at each location to help them going forward with any needs they might have.
Oh, and so it certainly seems, and we know that with dining services spend such a large amount of time really planning, being really intentional, not only with facilities, but menu upgrades, and to be able making sure that we're keeping the safety and healthy, but the overall quality experience from a dining perspective. And that's kind of what we've been doing as well from a university operations, knowing that we're going to have a lot of students taking classes online, but also blended, our students moving into the residence halls, those students that are commuting, and when they are taking their courses on campus for the blended courses, to be able to come onto campus and have food as well, quality, incredible food, is something that we really spend a lot of time. And so a lot of changes that we are going to be making, but we have a lot of expectations and responsibilities that we're putting on all of ourselves and each other to making sure that we have the best experiences possible. So that's from requiring everyone to wear masks when you're not able to appropriately physical distance, and making sure that you're being mindful if you're living in the residence halls of keeping appropriate space, that it's a new normal, but we know that we will only be able to get through this if we're doing it together. So it's something that we're just so excited to have our students that are able to return to be with us, because it's been really quiet since March, and I have personally missed the interaction and sitting down in the dining halls and having lunch or dinner with our students, and looking forward to kind of being able to do that a little bit modified, but absolutely doing that in just a few more short weeks.
I'm excited about it, and I love expectations. And my big expectation for you is to make sure you eat that salad today.
There you go. Definitely today. And, and we know that, by the way, that at Bridgewater State University, we know that every day is a great day to be a bear. So bon appetit. And I appreciate this, Joe.
Bon appetit, my friend. It has been a pleasure. I can't thank you enough for joining me in the Bears Kitchens here and having a great time making some really good food. And I know that you learned something, but I know our viewers today have learned how to do something too. They can really enjoy all these recipes that we do every week at home. So, again, thank you, Dr. Joe, for hanging out.
Well, thank you. This has
And
been a lot of fun.
Yes, a lot of fun. Bears, as always, be well, be good, be safe, and be well. We will see you soon. We can't wait. Take care.